Nice.
Like very, and just to put this in perspective, Sharn, the city of Sharn, is all the way down here.
Down the bottom? Oh, the hilt.
Yeah.
Okay.
Jesus, we were far. Okay.
Yeah, that's the thing about Eberron. You're going to be, thanks to things like lightning rails, you can travel pretty far.
Right. It's just I guess I knew that we had traveled a long way to get to Reckenmark, but I was like, God damn.
That's
also, God
far.
damn, I guess my character made his way fucking down south from his hometown of Karnath.
Yeah, from his homelands. Karnath is a country.
I know, homeland.
Yeah, so. Alright, yeah, so where do we leave off? You guys fought the giant Warforged slime. Yeah, you were able to help prepare the train. The lightning rail rolled into Reckenmark, a giant military college town. It is a shadow of its former glory, as you saw. The last war, people don't trust it anymore. Karnath is a little worried about training people who might harass them in the next war. But you were able to find Callum, Mick, and unfortunately, his reaction to you is not
the best.
Not the best. He is not, after what you did to his friend, he is not happy with you. But he does seem fairly open to like giving you a ship and say basically like this is the last favor, and as soon as this is done, I want you to go away and never talk to me again. Yeah, meanwhile, our boy Creed is roaming the streets of Reckenmark. He is looking for the elusive bottle of alcohol that will help him feel again.
Yeah.
That's
how he feed. Yeah, that's how he feed. That's all. That's basically what he eats nowadays, or drinks.
Yeah.
Whatever. Yeah.
One day we'll actually have a conversation about that.
Yep.
We'll be able to fix you. We will fix you, whether you like it or not.
Nope, thanks. Well, maybe this one. Yeah. He would love to taste blood again.
I know Creed is still a little bit mad at me. I think his...
Well, he's not mad. He's just playing pranks right now. Yeah.
Toned down a little bit.
Yeah. Yeah. He holds grudges, but he's not angry per se. He's just like, okay, you do this, I'm gonna prank you till the day I die, or till I get a proper I'm sorry kind of apology. Yeah.
I know your behavior's in the ass. I'm just kind of waiting for that to happen.
Yeah, we'll see.
All right, so you guys have reconvened. So my question is this, Mick, and you too, Creed. How have you guys gotten yourself into a game of chess with this old guy who's got this old soldier who's got so many medals on him that it looks like he's wearing a suit of armor? How did you get yourself into this chess game?
Are we in a tavern or on the street, on the side of the street?
You're outside of one. It's like one of those restaurants where you can sit outside and eat.
All right. You want to go first?
I feel what would make sense is that because Creed is very much like looking for old new stuff to do, maybe Creed is the one playing the chess game. Ooh. And I'm kind of like thinking that this is an opportunity to get some more information because he's very chatty.
Yeah.
So as he's like Creed is playing the game of chess, I'm like kind of like subtly get information out of this guy about any rumors about what's been going on in the woods outside.
Yeah. So for me, like I said before, I was getting the sliver of souls, to drink, and I got my share from a contact I know like that sells this kind of stuff. And just when I walked out, I was like, okay, now I have my supper, so to speak. I might as well just find some leisure, And I just walked down the street. I was like, maybe drinking at a tavern would be a good idea. Everyone's drinking, it looks, good. And I might find someone to chat. And that's how I bump into this old fella. Yeah, so I was like, okay, sure, why not? A chess would be nice. Yeah, so that's how I get into playing chess with him.
Yeah, and while you're playing that, Mick is trying to pump this guy for information.
Yep.
Yep. All right. Yes. Gentle snow is drifting outside, so the tavern is pretty crowded. It's warm, but not uncomfortably so. There's a roaring fire. There's mutton being served because Karns are big sheep herders. As you're playing with the old guys, he's saying, "Oh yeah, I remember we used to practice maneuvers during the war out in the woods. I had an onion in my belt, as that was the style at the time, and I remember that looping maneuver that we did. Oh, you should have seen it. The cavalry coming around, hitting them in the rear. Oh, that was amazing. Was that during the Battle of the Silverwood? I don't remember.
Do any of these words sound like they're going to be useful, or have I deduced that this is old man rambling?
Some words do sound useful. Maybe if you can get him talking more about the Reckonwood.
I like to imagine he's had these long ass tangents, and I'm just kind of rubbing my temple. So anyway, the Reckonwood.
Yeah. A lot of creepy stuff going on around there. Nobody really likes to, go out there and do it. Yeah, what they know is it's real creepy out there. The students don't like going out into those woods unless they have to. Some of the warlords have been petitioning the king to let them go out and see what's going on in the Reckonwood once and for all, and just use their zombie army to kill everything. But I personally think it's just a load of balderdash. Well, there you go, Sonny. I'm taking your pawn now.
Hey, you weren't supposed to do... Oh, wait. You were. Damn. So, for the DM...
I'm as I'm talking to this
go for it.
guy, I'm kind of look at the game, and I'm just like, ooh, yeah, no, that was...
Yeah. So, I just want to ask...
Both of you.
Yeah, I want to ask, so... Oh, can you guys hear me? Hold on. Let me check. Hello?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, we can
Oh, okay, cool. I thought you guys couldn't hear me. I want to ask, so...
I am very distracted.
Yeah. So, was the old man able to... what the old man was saying... Does Creed know the battle? Was he in the battle?
He knows the Battle of the Silverwood. No, he was...
Or
he was
how...
a scout for that.
Oh, okay.
You came back with positions for it.
Yeah.
Positions, but you didn't actually do a ride at the Rohirrim thing into them.
Got it. Inside, you say? 12.
12.
Yeah.
All right, yeah. Creed with your with your insight, you're like, oh crap, Creed is gonna be mated in 3 or 4 moves here.
That's what I focused on.
Yeah.
Creed with your move. I mean, you're obviously. Actually, how good would you say you are at chess? What's your intelligence?
Well, my intelligence score is 12. I know a few tricks. I'm not the master of the game, but like card games, I'm not the best, but I'm a, senior player, if you would call it. So I know how some cards sell moves. Yeah.
Silver, not diamond.
Yeah. Not even gold, just silver, basically. So.
Yeah, this is he with your insight check, you know that he is that this old guy is he's a pretty good player.
Yeah.
You also know that with the glint in his eyes, he's not senile. He's not rambling for the sake.
Yeah.
He does seem a little reluctant though to talk about what's going on out in the Reckonwood, largely because for a martial nation like Karrnath, this being afraid of the forest is kind of a shame for them.
Mm-hmm.
Right. That makes
So,
sense.
yeah,
I guess
so-
hearing a lot of his talk about Prius stuff is kind of like bringing up mixed emotions in Mick at the moment.
Mhm.
It's probably why he's kind of like trying to keep this guy on track, because he doesn't want him to talk about war stories, because it just reminds Mick of all the shit that he's done in his past.
Yeah.
Mhm.
But I guess Mick will continue. I guess so he was talking about the woods, saying the warlords want to get in there, and I gotta ask, why do you think that the king won't let them go into the woods? Why do you think he's trying to put a stop to that?
It's not so much going into the woods. It's mostly just using the undead. He wants to look good for the other nations, and they don't really like the zombies. And honestly, I do find them kind of creepy, the way they look like dolls, and then they move. It's weird and creepy. But you know what? I'm a soldier, and I mean, I appreciate a weapon when I see it. And you know what? It's always nice to know that I can continue to serve king and country even after my death. Oh, there's another pawn there, Sonny. But yeah, I can serve my king and country even after I die. So there's a funny comfort in that, you know?
Yeah, I can see
Okay.
that for sure. It's nice to know that even after death, you can still serve. Not
Yeah.
many situations where that's really viable.
But
Yeah,
do you really want to?
Kind of,
That is kind of. Do you really want to? Like, still serve even after your death?
well, I'll be too dead to care anyway, so I don't suppose I'd mind. I mean, as long as I died honorably in line battle or something, or if I died old and fat and in my bed, like I'm about to, well, that'd be you know what? I'd look at that as a way to redeem myself. So, I mean, I don't think the average citizen would want to, but for an old soldier like me, I wouldn't mind.
Okay.
I do admire his talk about redemption a little bit.
Yeah.
You know, like, I feel like Mick kind of goes, I think there's always a chance to be redeemed, even though you really think it's not possible. I like to hope that that's the truth.
Yeah, it's only as real as you make it, Sonny. If you don't believe in it, it doesn't exist.
I kind of nod, like respectfully, listening to him. I do kind of go and I light a cigarette, just
Yeah. Yeah, that's a mate there. Well, good game. You played a great game. I thought you had me there once or twice in the early game, but
Haha, you joke. Haha. Yeah. Yeah.
salty.
I saw your tricks. Well, good game. Yeah.
generous in victory, as I say. You want me to pay for this next round?
Well, you know what? It's fine. Yeah. It's fine.
I think Mick has gotten all the information he feels
Yeah.
he's gonna get from this guy, and he's gonna probably start heading towards the gate and.
Yeah, I think that's what we'll
probably gonna
do.
Get to the woods.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's easy to get in the woods. Just literally just walk out of the front gate and walk into the woods.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I guess it's more like I'm trying to think. I think actually Mick is probably gonna look around because it's like maybe getting some supplies or something like that. Like actually, you know what? This is what Mick's gonna do. He's gonna walk around town and talk to the locals and see if it's like, hey, if I were to go traveling into the woods for whatever reason, wink, wink, nudge, nudge. Is there anything that I should particularly be aware of? Maybe some supplies I should get to keep my chances of dying a horrible painful death from like 100% down to maybe like a 75.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So what? You do ask around, and there's someone says, yeah, if you'd like to keep your chance from dying on the Reckonwood down, don't go.
Mm.
Thanks.
What if we really need to go? How's that?
Well, what and like the person in charge is like this. He's not fat, or he's not a bodybuilder, but he's not fat. He's large.
Mm-hmm.
He's this large-looking half-orc guy with a surprisingly high-pitched voice. He says, "Yeah, why do you need to go into Reckonwood?"
We've got reason to go. Honestly, we're looking for something important. Trust me, if we didn't have to go, I 100% would not go into the jaws of death, destruction, and agony and torture and all other words I can think of off the top of my head. But it's the breaks.
Well, if you want to minimize, there is the lightning rail. It follows through the wood. You need to follow the lightning rail.
The lightning rail?
Follow
Interesting.
Yeah, the lightning rail. Yeah, it is probably very unmaintained, but you can do it. You should do it if you want to get through the Reckonwood. Now, as for what you're going to buy, I would recommend buying things to keep warm, because it is very cold this time of year. And another one person sitting nearby, just like, yeah, it's always cold around here every time of year.
Hey, I'm not against getting a new coat. I kind of look at my current trench coat and it's a little bit ripped and tattered. I think I've gone through enough battles and stuff like that so that one of the pockets is like kind of falling off.
Okay.
Right.
So I'll look into getting some more winter gear.
Yeah.
Oh, you know what actually would be really cool?
Boots of winter?
Getting like a fucking Leon Kennedy pilot jacket.
Oh, okay.
I want to get.
That would be
one of
awesome.
those. I'm gonna go look for something around that.
Yeah.
That style. You know what I'm talking about, right, Falcon?
I think so. I'm looking up a picture of it now.
I guess if you just like Google like pilot jacket.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know that
It
kind.
is. It's
Yeah.
brown. It's got the little fur collar.
Yeah.
Yeah. I
Yep.
want something more like that because that shit's dope.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
For me, I want to get a cape.
Alright, so first of all, Bossman, yours is in Discord. That's what it looks like.
Yeah, exactly, something
Yep.
like that.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, got it. And what did you want there, Robin, for Creed?
Oh, just a cape. You know, like I do have an overcoat, but I want an extra, like fur to keep me warm. That is all. Yeah.
Okay, yeah, so like a fur-lined cape or something.
Yeah. I could, just get some. I think it's fine.
You want like something like a mantle, like something.
I already have one. My overcoat of protection allows me to do that. I just kind of want a cape.
You just
yeah.
really want a cape. You don't
Yeah,
want
that is
go
all.
with that.
That is all.
Me,
Yeah.
here's one. I'm gonna post this in.
I'm gonna show you the one I want. Okay.
How does this strike your fancy, sir?
Let me see.
Looks like keep you warm.
Yeah. I was thinking like the cape for Dritz, like something like this. But it's similar.
Yeah.
It's pretty similar. Yeah.
Yeah, this
Yeah.
is
Yeah.
It's for Game of Thrones, apparently. It says Game of Thrones.
Yeah, because
Mhm.
the people on the wall
In the north, yeah.
wear stuff like that. That was
Yeah.
the first thing I thought of when you were talking about.
Yeah, same. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, yeah. So is there like a clothes store we can pick this up or whatever?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
All right. How much do you think it's gonna cost us?
1 gold for both. These are pretty common clothes around here.
Mhm.
All right.
Alright.
You want me to just pay for both?
It's up to
know
you.
what?
I could pay.
I'll
Yeah.
pay for both. Creed as
Alright.
a form of olive branch to a certain extent.
All right. Creed looks at you. It's like suspiciously. So no catch, right? Nothing.
Yep.
I look at you, Creed, and I just like, I can buy something for a friend, can't I?
Sure. And as you hand over the cape, and he's sure there's no trick on the cape, he slides the hero cigar pack back into your pocket.
Oh, I get my
Yeah.
back. I remember that mechanic.
Yeah.
I'm like, thanks.
I believe it gives you heroism or something like that. I believe. Yeah.
I think I deduced that you were the one who took them.
Yeah.
I had figured that I was never going to see them again. I figured you just threw them off the rail.
You know what? I'm trying sleight of hand. Let me check. Okay, if your passive is not higher than this, I probably slide it with into your pocket without your knowing.
My passive's 14, so yes.
Yeah. Yeah.
What are you trying to do as I hand you your...
No, I just slide the hero scar. The difference is it's there. The difference is if you whether you know it or not. So apparently you don't know.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Secret stuff.
Yeah.
You and the GM will know. Got it. Thumbs up. I'm hoping that this backfires during a battle and then we all die a horrible painful death. Alright, well I do hand you your Game of Thrones
Yeah.
cloak.
Yes.
Yeah. Alright, I don't want to be really mean, so I was like, alright, when we're out here, check your pocket.
Oh,
So
want
that
me
you
to
would
check my
know.
pocket?
Yeah, so that you would know.
Okay, I check my pocket.
I'm just being... I'm just playing pranks, that is all.
So yeah, you're just trying. I look at this, and you're like basically like, you'll never know if I did I trick you? Probably
Yeah.
not, but did I?
Maybe you just forget about it.
What Sarabon did to you while
Yeah.
you were unconscious.
Mm.
Well, Nick is gonna just put on his pilot coat. He's gonna start, you know, humming the Resident Evil 4 theme. He's just gonna start making his way towards the woods.
Alright. Nice.
All right, yeah. So you do leave the town. It's not particularly difficult. They're not. It's not the war. The war's not on anymore.
Mhm.
But you do. It does take a good day's walking to following the lightning ray out of town to reach the outskirts of the woods. The woods themselves, they looked pretty normal initially, but there were some battles in the earlier stages of the war that actually came up into the forest. That now the trees, they don't look quite right. I mean, they're still pine trees, but they look bloated, for lack of a better word.
Okay. Were they kind of mutated or magic, magic induced? What kind of effect?
It's very difficult to describe. Like you can tell, just like there's very subtle that something is off with
Okay.
these trees. Here.
Got it.
Can I cast detect magic through my tattoo and see if they're going to like deduce maybe a type of like school of magic that could possibly be affecting these trees? Try and narrow down. Like it just like I place my palm on one of the tree trunks and then my shoulder begins to glow a little bit.
Yeah. You place your palm on one of the tree trunks, and your palm glows. You sense a very faint aura of necromancy magic, which
Yeah.
that's not surprising. They were using undead for a century.
Mhm.
Right.
So it doesn't really give you like much to go on.
Right. Fair.
Mhm.
Fair. But this is like, does this bloated trees? Does this sound like? Is it kind of the norm, or does that seem like something new that possibly has started to like creep up? You know what I mean?
This is you're pretty sure that this is something to do with the last war. Or like at the very least, like
this is like a result of that.
Mhm.
Okay, I see.
yeah, it might be the result of it. You don't think like it's anything particularly suspicious, I'd say. It's like it's nothing particularly untoward. It's unsettling, but it is it's to be expected. I
Okay.
would say.
Okay, I guess if that is the case, I'm gonna just start investigating for things that look out of the ordinary, whether it's some footprints, maybe like something that's hidden among the foliage, something that can stand out. I'm gonna go full detective mode and see if I can find something that like piques my interest.
All right.
Are you gonna investigate separately?
Oh, sure.
Give me a-
Sure. Hold on. You know what? I'll help you.
Okay.
Just go
so
for it.
I'll have advantage on this check.
Yep. Nice.
Okay. 16.
Not bad.
16. So, let's see here. Yeah, peeking around. You do stumble across a reason that could probably explain it. Step on something. That second that crunches under your feet. You step on something crunchy. Check, it reveals that it's an old, moldering bone, and a quick look around does reveal that this is the remains of a skeleton, and there is a tree root that's growing in it. The way the roots have spread inside of this skeleton, it looks like the tree devoured the body of whoever or whatever it was. Which would probably explain why these things look so bizarre. Like, this is an entire forest that has grown large on the bodies of the dead.
Let me see. Do we see any wild animals? Like,
yeah, you do like hear
Things chittering around, I guess.
you do hear things chittering around. You hear woodpeckers, but it's not like an unnatural silence.
all right. I want to cast Speak with Animals, so that I could talk to them.
All right, yeah.
If
go
I
ahead.
see one, yeah. I'm gonna cast Speak with Animals, and I want to talk to the wood chopper, I guess. I don't know. It's like,
So what, like a woodpecker?
yeah, the woodpecker. Yeah, it's like, I will ask him, ask it, I don't know, he or she, whatever. Yeah, I would ask it, saying, okay, so have you sensed anything abnormal or, unusual, yeah, around here lately?
It looks at you and says, nothing, no.
How about the danger that lurks in the wood?
That's the south. That's south.
What kind of danger? Can you tell? Big giant monster? Something like that?
Oh, not big, not giant, small.
Small, okay.
Interesting.
Fast or a huge pack?
Huge pack.
Holy shit.
Pack of creatures, okay.
Okay.
Well, that narrows it down a little bit.
Yeah. Do they walk in the sun, or do they just come out during the night?
Nope.
So they don't come out during.
Ask them if they walk on 2 legs or 4.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. 2 legs or 4, or 6, or
Yes.
many. Oh, okay. 4. Okay.
Don't know.
Oh, okay.
Both.
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 Interesting. He could be just fucking with us, or maybe this is something. I wonder if it's something that transforms. Like maybe it's
Maybe.
a creature that transforms into something.
Don't tell me it's werewolves. I hate those
Of course
guys.
It's werewolves.
I hate those
Vampire
guys.
Boy.
Yeah.
Werewolves. Funnily enough, they do exist. They were the curse of lycanthropy got them persecuted by the Church of the Silver Flame in Thrain, where lycanthropy has been all but eradicated. A lot of them fled not to Karnath, but to the wilder parts of Corvair, like Droam or the Elton Reaches.
Okay. So, anything else you want to know? I look at Mick. I was
I
like,
mean, honestly, I'm pretty good with that. Hidden Self seems like the way to go at this point.
It just, as the woodpecker looks at you and it says, "Wait for the storm."
wait for the storm. Okay. Okay. So, when will the storm come? Soon?
And just looks and says, "Dunno."
Alright. I'll feed him a good berry. Feed it a good berry. It's like, thanks.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And then flies off
Yep.
into the wood, keep pecking at things.
Nice.
Well, if this is wait for the storm, then maybe we should hit a little bit more south and then maybe set up a camp or like a choke
Maybe.
point or something like that.
Yeah. I would feel safer if we do that.
Mr. Ranger, could you find us like a cave that
You joke. But yes, that is my forte. and I'll look around, trying to find somewhere we can camp. That's safer if we ever encounter a storm. Yeah.
Let me switch the music out. Oh, you wanted a Drit Stewart?
Yeah. Yeah, no, it's fine. The cape is already picked, so those looks nearly the same, so I'm
They're
fine with
very
that.
similar,
Yeah, they're very similar in type. Yeah.
but,
Yeah.
Yeah.
So which is fine. Yeah. I already put northern fur cape in my, inventory, so which is
oh
fine.
yeah, I should probably put that in my inventory.
Yeah, just put it in.
Well, it's actually called a bomber jacket.
Nice. That would be cool. All right. So do we find a place we can camp safely? Like, preferably like somewhere like near a rock or underneath, or
Well, like, the idea
somewhere
is
solid.
Looking for like a cave, like a bear cave.
Yeah.
Something like a cave, like a bear would do, like hibernate in.
Yeah.
It's preferably a little bit souther in the woods.
Yeah.
So that we can kind of wait for this storm and then we'll go
Yeah.
investigating.
And I can bargain with it. It's like, if we use the cave, can we, I'll feed you a little bit.
Yeah. Yeah. Make a nature check.
All right, cool.
Let's see what you can find.
Oh God, I'm terrible. I didn't put in nature. 8. Yay.
Okay, you do find one. It's not a cave. It's more like an overhang.
Okay. Yeah,
that's
that's good
There's
enough.
like a sheet of like tree branches hanging down in front of it that you have to kick out of the way.
Any, inhibitors? Anyone lives there? No. Okay, good.
Except for a few rather miffed bugs, but I don't think you really care what they think.
Yep. Nope. All right.
All right. Well, I'm gonna do my best impression of a hunter, in the woods. I'm gonna go find a place to sit down. I'm gonna just, get my rifle at the ready, and I'm just gonna sit and wait.
All right. Oh, you are not laying traps. Okay. Interesting.
No, I don't really have any trap spells. But,
Okay.
I kind of like what I do is that like I'm actually gonna kind of like take some foliage so I have a place where I can line prone in like a sniper's position.
Nice.
And I just have like my rifle at the ready.
All right.
Kind of, like, aiming outwards.
In the meantime, I will use 2 more spell slots to cast good berries. That is all. So I'll have 20 in my inventory.
All right.
That is all.
Okay.
22 actually. I have 2 more before. Yep. That is all.
Just trying to find. Okay, yeah. So I need Mick. If you're gonna be watching all night, I need you to make a perception check. Mick?
Oh, sorry. I was just reaching for something.
Yeah, no worries.
What
No
I
worries,
missed?
no worries, man. I was just gonna say perception check.
Oh, yes, of course. You got it. 21.
The only thing that you can hear all night is like just like somewhere very distant, like almost like I don't want to say scream. That's the wrong word. Not a scream. Like a loud explosion kind of thing. Sounds like. Takes you a second to realize that it's actually just thunder. Especially up here in Karnath during the winter. What is called the thunder snow is not particularly unusual.
Right. Got it. Thunderstorm. Okay.
Yeah. So you just hear the loud crack of it, and you realize it's coming from somewhere south. So you know.
Mm-hmm.
Well, the bird was right. I'm just gonna put the rifle over my shoulder, and I'm gonna wake up Creed and Bart, and kind of motion them that we gotta start making our way south. Follow that sound.
Nice. All right.
Right. Whoever of you has the highest nature check, make a nature check for me. Just to see.
I only have 1. I only have +1. So Mick. You know what? I'll help you. I'll help you.
Weirdly, how is my nature? Well, I guess I have really good intelligence.
Yeah, you have better intelligence.
All
Yeah.
right.
I'm a city boy. All right.
Nature check.
Yeah.
Hey.
Nice.
Yay.
21.
Nice. So you don't get turned around,
Mm-hmm.
but as you make it south, it takes you a while, and by the time you finally reach it, the storm has come and gone.
Okay.
But as you go down, you notice though the trees are getting stranger, like more twisted. It's like almost like they subsisted on the blood of the living for longer. You notice too that there are these odd like mounds, almost like burial mounds that just appear at irregular intervals. And as you do approach, you notice like peeking out from the woods. Like you notice there's a large clearing directly to the south. So that would put you guys. Let's zoom in a bit more. This would put you guys somewhere, I would say, around about like here-ish. And somewhere like in the south of the woods, there's a large clearing, and built on it is a ruin. Well, it's like a large mountain almost. It's like a singular peak sticking up out of the forest. And you notice that these irregular mounds appear to grow more increasingly frequent the closer you get to this mountain. And then at the top of the mountain is this large ruined manor, almost like the one from Darkest Dungeon, if you remember what that looks like.
Oh, fuck.
We found a manor. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, a large ruined one. It doesn't look... you know what? Make an intelligence check for me, both of you. History check, both of you.
History.
Yeah, we'll have Barty make one as well.
5. It's a big ass manor. It's a broke-ass manor. That is all. That is all Creed knows.
I rolled a 12.
Someone left it unattended.
Mick rolled okay. Bart did not roll very well. He is in complete agreement with Creed. It is a legal manner. Mick, with his 12, you can't tell. You don't know anything about the manor specifically, but you can tell by the style that it's older than the last war. It was built sometime before that and then ruined before it.
Well, I do have my bomber jacket, and we found a mansion in the woods. It's very, very on point.
Yep.
I'm gonna go and check out the spooky mansion. Make our way towards it.
All right, you climb up. You start making your way towards this thing. Past some of the trees, you just seem like obscene, and they grow so thick and so close together that they actually, like, there's no snow on the ground because the branches form almost like a roof or a canopy.
Oh. Okay.
And eventually, following this path of tangled roots up, you come to the ruins of the manor. And this is something you can just walk around openly, and it's all just, it's just a complete wreck. There is, the thunder snow has already passed by the time you guys have gotten here. There's no evidence of what or anything, if anything, is, has come around out here.
Well, I'm just gonna see, I'm gonna see if I can open the door. Is it locked?
Yeah, it's, you can walk in and out. The door is ruined. The walls have over in many places.
There's no doors.
There is no roof.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's no roof. You can just walk in anywhere at any point. As you walk in and you just start exploring this place, you do notice that there are large A lot of it looks like it was built deliberately by professional builders and professional architects, but large portions of it also appear to have been added on a slapdash.
Mm-hmm.
It's just like it's very crude. It was added on by just like squatters or something like that came to live here many years ago.
Right. As I walk around, I'll do the classic,
Mm-hmm.
detect magic. Just as an aura around me. Just to kind of see if I can find anything that's maybe like some concealing magic, maybe something that's like something that maybe could give me a hint as to like a secret passage that maybe is underground or leads to a secret room. I'm gonna try and do that if that helps any bit.
Okay, yeah. Let me look. With that, you don't actually, you don't sense, like, you do sense, like I said, the mild necromancy magic
Yeah, from the trees.
from the trees, but other than that, other than the fact that it's a little stronger here, you don't really sense much of anything else. And here, though, you notice around this mansion, it takes you a second to realize that it's quiet again. It's gone unnaturally quiet.
Unnaturally quiet.
Yeah, this is the
Can
unnaturally
I
quiet
make
part of
like
the
an
forest.
investigation check, maybe? There's got to be something with this mansion that we're missing.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll make an investigation check.
I'll help you. Oh, you don't.
17,
You don't need it.
Straight 17. Well, with the straight 17, you look around. As you're poking around, you feel like a tap, like something doesn't feel like the rest of the mansion. Doesn't feel like the stone doesn't feel like stone. And wiping away the detritus and the rubble, you see that it's actually more like plaster, ancient plaster and wood, not stone. And then breaking through that easily, you don't need to make a check for this.
Right.
You see that this leads to like a basement.
In basement.
Yep, peeking in, it's not like a wine cellar. It's more like a bunker, if that makes sense.
All right, I load my hunting rifle, and I'm gonna just start slowly walking down into the basement using tank controls.
Yep.
I feel like I walked into Resident Evil. This is great.
Yep. As you walk in, you
towards the basement. Yeah.
you go in, you look around. It's full of what were once it is a bunker, and exploring this bunker, it does look like it was once luxurious, but at this point, everything has been smashed, ruined, torn apart. There's not there's not like any anything down here that would suggest there's not anything that would suggest like a secret entrance or anything. Everything's already been ripped apart.
Right.
But one thing you do note though, very oddly, is that this whole thing looks like it's designed you can live down here. And the plaster that you smashed your way through, it's not look like it would keep out like any kind of storm, any kind of like proper artillery
attack.
or attack. Yeah, so it leaves you curious as to what this place is. This isn't a prison cell. This isn't like a safe room or something like a panic room or something like that. This is almost like a vacation home, a ruined vacation home directly under the mansion.
Interesting. Okay, a separate room. Like, what is in this room? Like, can you give me like a bit of a more visual descriptor? Is there like a table? Is there like stuff
there's a table. Well, you can tell from the ruins what it was. I mean, there's nothing obviously to be found. They're smashed. There's a ruined table that's been smashed apart, ripped apart. You think you recognize, based on the pattern of what's left, you think you recognize that part of it was used to create the slapdash add-ons to the manor. There is a ruined wardrobe again. The doors ripped off, the paneling pulled out of the side and the interior, the shelves taken out. There's a ruined bed, ruined nightstand.
I'm gonna toss the place if I can. I'll check all the wardrobes. I know like there's a lot of like ruined furniture and stuff like that. But part of me is thinking like even if there's like a note or a book or something.
Yeah, make another investigation check for me, dude.
You want to give me an advantage on
Yeah, sure, go for it.
figure out.
27. Okay.
That's actually pretty good. Yeah, you look around, and I would like Creed to roll me 3d6.
Okay. D6 3. 13.
Yeah, in the ruins of the wardrobe, you find a purse with 13 gold pieces in it.
Nice.
Alright.
Yeah, take it out, you look at it, and you realize this stuff is old coinage. Let me double check something here.
Asian coin? Do they worth extra?
Could be. Yeah, I mean, no, this is like the kind of coin that hasn't been issued for centuries, actually. Like, this was from the old Kingdom of Galifar, that united Corvair.
Holy boy.
Yeah, like, this is... based on the year of the stamping, it looks like this is from the year of the King 800. Or about 100... Yeah, about 190 years before the start of the campaign.
Yeah, I'm just gonna kind of lean against the wall, I guess, and I'll just be thinking about, like, looking at the coins that Creed found. I'll just say to him, this place seems ancient before anything, really.
Well, it's... When I say ancient, I don't mean like it's like some unfathomably old ruin. The Kingdom of Galifar ruled this continent for nearly 1,000 years. This is... Like I said, if you had to guess, this thing is from before the year 800s, more than 200 years old.
Are you okay? Then I'll rephrase it. Then I'll say, like, this place seems old, older than usual. Usually, what I've seen in recent memory. It's just strange. There's nothing here. I figured that maybe this would be like a base of operations, or it's gotta be tied to something. There's something about this place that's... It's giving me the itch. It's giving me that twinge that, you know, we're so used to at this point.
Bard is gonna say, well, maybe we can go back to Reckenmark and ask around.
I guess. Seems like a bit of a waste going back with not really much to show for it, but we may have...
we know what this place is. We know where it is. We can always come back.
It's a good
so we
point.
know we can ask about this place. I mean, this place was a mansion. Surely somebody back there's got to know.
You know what? That's not a bad idea, Bart. What do you think, Creed? Do you think we should hit back, ask about the mansion?
Sure. Why not? Creed is a little distracted by all the destructed mansion, and yeah, that is all.
Do I think that Creed is, like, having, like, a particular reason why he's so fixated on this? Because he usually doesn't get fixated on this kind of stuff.
Yeah. Like, DM, do I have a reason to be fixated? I'm just looking around, but, yeah.
Yeah, it's... No, I mean, not unless you want, like, the goofy reason.
No.
When time wrecks a mansion, it's, wow, so old, so amazing. But when I do it, it's, you're under arrest for property damage.
No, not that. I was just asking if there's anything in particular to be old, like, that could mean something to him. I don't know. If not, it's fine. I'm just looking around, like...
I would like... If that's the case, Creed, I would like you to make either a perception or investigation check.
Perception ideas. Well, he's just skimming through, I guess. So, 24.
Yeah, you're skimming through it. You're walking around the ruins of what must have once been a library.
Ooh, nice. Any books?
Yeah, you find it, you just find, like, the books are... Basically, most of them are completely useless. They've been exposed to the rain, and the cold, and the snow, and the rots. They're just either like the pages are sludge, or like they're completely illegible.
Yeah.
The only thing that you do find that is even remotely useful is just a picture of what you believe to be the founder. Or the person who, or somebody who built the house, you think. It looks almost like a genealogy kind of thing. And there's a dude, he's shaking hands with a dude who looks weird, like he's got pointy ears, possibly he's an elf, and he's got some pretty sharp looking black eyes, but that's about it.
Okay. I don't know the dude, and do I? Not really.
It looks kind of like your vampire sire, but it's like I said, it's which would make sense. I mean, this is pretty old.
Wait, you just dropped the bomb? The fuck? Okay.
Yeah, I mean,
I'm looking at the picture too. I guess like I
Yeah.
see Creed kind of like his eyes kind of widen.
I know. I just raised my eyebrows like on one side.
Gave your
Yeah.
eyebrows. Well, I'm assuming any reaction from Creed is probably something. So I kind of look at you, Creed.
Yeah.
And I just go, anyone familiar from this picture?
That's odd. I don't recall this place. I don't recall being here, but
Well,
you know, this
probably.
it's probably him, right?
Yeah, it's probably him. But like I said, it is old. So it doesn't speak to you. Like
Yeah.
you weren't here, but he was.
Yeah.
So this gives you a hint as to his age. He's at least 200 years old.
Okay. Well, yeah, that's fair for a vampire. And I'll continue. Like, okay, this look like my old sire. I don't really remember his like look, but when I see it, I feel like this is him. You know, like, but this is like what 200 something. So he might be 200 years old, I guess, as of now.
Yeah, Bart isn't gonna look. He's just gonna like. Yeah, well, I mean, he's a vampire, so that kind of checks out.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna say too.
Yeah.
I guess Mick is after hearing that from Creed. He's gonna say, "Well, we have a lot of information at the very least from what this mansion could be tied to. I think we're gonna have to ask the locals back in town."
Sure. I'll take this picture, I guess. So,
Yeah,
another mysterious picture. The last one was with my old soldier pal, well, gal, whatever. No, it was my sire. Okay, interesting.
Yeah, from the
Hey,
back from the false Hydra deal.
yeah.
So when you guys do leave, I'd like you both to make one last perception check before you leave.
Oh, okay. Perception. 8. I knew it.
8.
I could never roll high for
Oh,
twice.
Well,
Yeah.
while Creed is lost in thought, Mick, you smell smoke. Not from the mansion itself, but from a little ways away. From one of the
shit.
outbuildings to the mansion.
I'll make my way towards the smoke.
Yeah, as you make your way towards it, you do see like there is a campsite, very fresh campsite. Like
Oh.
put your hands on a campfire. It couldn't have been more than an hour ago.
Mhm.
This place does look like it was sheltered from the thunder snow earlier. You do see that, and like I said, that you do see fresh footprints leading back to Reckenmark. But a little more disturbing is the fact that there is a cooling puddle of blood next to a window where somebody was probably keeping watch, judging by the marks there.
So, do we see a body?
No, there's no body. Someone
It's
must
just
have taken
blood.
the body with them. Yeah, it's just blood. It's sticky, it's congealed, it's cool, very cold. But it is.
But it's wintertime.
But it's fresh.
Yeah, it's wintertime, so okay, it's fresh.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, Bard is going to, because he is a disgusting little cat necromancer, he's going to taste it and say, "Yeah, not more than an hour old."
Yeah.
Something was feeding here.
Yeah.
But there was a campfire here too, so maybe somebody else was exploring and then got attacked.
Maybe.
Maybe. I'll have to
Do we
ask
follow
around.
him?
Sorry, what?
Do we follow him? Yeah, sure. Why not?
Tracks? Yeah, let's follow it.
Yeah.
If it's still fresh, then we'll follow the tracks. Yeah, absolutely.
All right. Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely. You follow the tracks. It doesn't take you very long to catch up with them. It's a burden. It looks like it's like a group of about 3 people. They're dragging a sledge behind them, and they appear to be just like trying to move as quickly as they can. They're very clearly tired, judging by how they're walking. But they do seem very interested in getting back to Reckenmark as fast as possible.
Do they look terrified or scared?
They're scared. They're scared.
Okay.
I guess should we approach? Like, what do you think, Creed?
I will hide in the shadows. I will say,
And
you
I'll
go
be
approach.
I'll
Yeah.
be the bait. Got it.
Yep.
Yep.
All right. I'll I'll approach, and kind of do the pleasantries like, "Hello, fellow traveler."
Yeah.
Hello, fellow traveler. Yes, you do that. As you do, like they turn around immediately. They pull out guns and point them at you, but they don't fire immediately. They seem to be trying to take you in. Like, who are you? Who is this weirdo? And why does he have a mangy cat walking next to him?
I just look at them and I just say, "Relax, we're heading in the same direction."
And they look at you like, how did you not? What happened? Oh, how did you not? Like, you're not. How did you? What?
How did I not what? Make my way through the woods without dying?
Yeah. Everyone was like, yeah. How did you?
Well, honestly, I have a lot of experience of traveling dangerous places. This wouldn't be the first time I've had to go someplace treacherous.
Yeah, they look. The three of them look at each other and they look back at the sledge. And now that you're closer to the sled that they're dragging, you can see that one part of it is stained red. So you're guessing this is the body of their friend.
It looks like something attacked you. You alright?
Yeah, they say, yeah. Poor Bill here. Poor Bill here. We're fine, yeah.
I kind of walk over, friendly enough, and just say, "Do you know what took him out? A beast or something?"
And they look at each other and say, "You see for yourself." And they pull it back. Yeah, it looks like his face was chewed off by something.
I nod.
Okay, so
Did anyone see what did this?
One of them said, no, it was quiet. Like, I mean, I was awake at the time, and I was awake the whole time. I was watching the other entrance, and I went to go see Bill and like, hey, I'm gonna take a piss, and then I saw his face had gone, and well, I took a piss on the spot right there and woke everyone up, and we decided to book it. Just to give you an idea of the time, by the way, it's about 2 in the morning. There's no clouds in the sky. It's a very clear. There's a snow-covered landscape, but it is a full moon out, and it's one of the moons is full anyway.
Mm-hmm.
Everyone's got like 12 moons, and it's very clear. Like the sky is clear. There's no clouds in the sky. Like the light is on the ground. It's very bright. It's almost like daylight. It's so bright.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so they look at just so yeah, we're kind of going back to Reckenmark to regroup.
I kind of nod and I say, "I can help at least pull the sled if you want to. At least I can do."
Thanks. Yeah, they do seem kind of in shock.
That just somebody survived the woods.
Well, no, like that their friend. They were
that too.
Yeah. So you drag the sledge behind you.
Yeah.
And then there's a very quiet and very long walk back home. They don't stop walking, and it's afternoon. It's early afternoon. It's like 1 in the afternoon by the time you guys return to Reckenmark. Like they kept walking, and then like they're gonna, as they go, they relieve you of your burden.
Mm-hmm.
And after speaking with some guys, they start making their way back to the Reckenmark Academy.
Okay, I've been following the group for the whole journey. I was trying to see if anyone will jump them, but nothing really happened.
Yeah, nothing happened. Interesting.
All right.
I do look at you, Creed. And
I'll emerge from your bag. It's like, yo. I'll tap you on the shoulder. It's like, I don't see anyone tracking or anything that's following the group, which is odd.
They were heading towards the academy, though. It kind of makes me question why they were out there in the first place.
And to be fair, they might look scared, but their tone doesn't seem scared at all.
Well, they're in shock, so they don't really have. It's like when you're in shock.
They just saw their friend.
Yeah.
Yeah. I did mention that
shock.
Creed.
Yeah, I've actually. I'm not gonna go into the circumstances behind it, but I have been kind of in there. Like, you don't really feel much of anything. Like, it's almost like being a robot.
Mm-hmm.
So they're gonna be, once they get everything warmed up and they get treated, they're gonna start feeling a lot of emotions.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Um,
exactly.
Got it.
But
I do look at Creed and I just say, well, we can both work together and maybe ask around about this mansion, see if we can get more information.
We probably
I'm
should.
not against somebody tailing them, because they were near this mansion. I have a sneaking suspicion that if they were hiding something, that they're about to give a report.
Well, it's the academy. I don't think I can go in there that easy, but I'll try, I guess.
all right.
All right, I'm gonna go and ask more about the mansion. And I guess Creed's gonna go and tail these guys.
Yeah.
All right, and Bart is gonna, because Bart is not the sneak. Actually, hang on. Let me check Bart's spell list here.
I'm gonna cast invisibility on Bart.
Or path without
I guess I
trace.
could.
Yeah.
No, Bart can't turn anyone invisible, but he can create a dimension door to get you inside past the initial wall.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Why not?
Well, I think you and Creed should go on that mission. And then I'm gonna go and see if I can figure out what this freaking mansion is, because it's driving me crazy.
All right, so we'll start with Creed.
Okay.
As you and Bart go up to the wall, like you do see they've already gone through with their body. The
Mhm.
body's been taken off somewhere else. I need to Creed, make a perception check with advantage.
Alright. 15.
15. You do see the people, like they're in a hallway in upper floor of the building.
Mm-hmm.
They appear to be talking with somebody. Nick would recognize this someone as Callum.
Oh shit.
I would like to eavesdrop. I don't know Callum, so I've never seen him, so I'll just, don't.
Yeah, stealth
yeah.
check to get up to slip in and get past the guards.
Alright, 28.
Yeah, 20.
Nice. 28.
Yes.
I walk on the ceiling, hiding. Oh, I'm practically invisible if I stay in the shadow because of my Gloomstalker ability. Yeah.
Well, it's the middle of the afternoon, and it's a clear sunny day, so you're not staying in the shadows, but you are climbing up the wall. You do like peek in to a building, like somebody's telling a story. Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah. There's the tale of the creepy spider guy that crawls around the building and sucks the blood out. Yeah, that just sounds like a vampire. So you crawl like, whoop, wrong window.
I just like the
Yeah.
idea that Creed is just constantly climbing on ceilings, like he can't resist it if there's a ceiling.
I don't even need to climb. I just walk onto it. It's like Hangman, just like casually walk up to the
But
ceiling.
it's like I can't walk on solid ground. I must be on other surfaces.
Well, it is technically solid ground, but it's not ground. It's ceiling. But anyway, yeah.
Yeah, he's a hangman not because he kills people, but because he must hang upside down from the
Yep.
ceiling.
That is
oh my
where the nickname came from. Yep.
But yeah, you do slip in. You do find as somebody opens up a door. You do quickly like crawl in on over their heads. You climb over to Callum, and as he is speaking with the students, you hear him just say, "So another one's dead. That means the attacks on the farms will continue unabated." The students you don't see, they're not saying anything. And meanwhile, Callum he does appear deep in thought. He says, and then he says, "We'll see about getting him resurrected. In the meantime, no more expeditions out to the manor. I will not have. But enough of our students have died checking that place out. Next
So
time we
Callum
go.
knows about it.
Yeah, next time we are sending the undead. I will go speak with the warlords and see what we can do."
Okay. So DM. It sounds like he already know about this creature, whatever it is, and they've been
Something
losing.
is with the match.
Yeah.
I know something about the mansion. I don't know, at least from the tone
Mhm.
of what he was describing, it sounds like he was not aware of how much of a threat
Yeah,
Nearby.
it was, but now it's clearly a threat. So he's coming up with a plan, sort of. I feel like.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't think it's like I don't think it's necessarily nefarious, but I
Mhm.
think like he definitely knows more than he's been
Yeah.
letting on.
Yeah.
So, but that's useful information.
Hmm.
Yes, as you do.
okay.
Creed, you do follow him as he goes over. He speaks to a. Crap, I don't remember the school now. What's the school that lets you just like telepathically call somebody up?
Hold on. Enchantment? No. Telepathically? Hold on.
Oh, the School of Magic?
No. The school measure. Divination.
Divination.
Oh, divination. Okay, got it.
Divination.
Yeah.
Yeah, so he is going over. He speaks to someone like a divination wizard,
Mhm.
and he does it. It pulls up like the diviners places a magical phone call, for lack of a better word.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. Like you
And it does, and like a magic mirror. From what you can see, create like it takes a second or two for everything to go through,
Mhm.
and then you see the picture of this other wizard. The two wizards speak, and then the wizard in the mirror steps aside to see like this big, massive guy with a big bushy black beard.
Mhm.
Like his head and face are so covered in hair. Not like a werewolf or like that one disorder.
He's just hairy.
Grow hair out,
Yeah.
but he's just shaggy and untrimmed. The only thing you can
Mhm.
see for sure is that he's got these glittering black eyes underneath it. He's not your vampire dude though.
Yeah.
He doesn't have pointy ears. He's a human, clearly.
Mhm.
Callum does give his report about what happened, mentioning that this is the third student who died out there.
Holy
And
shit.
then, died in the manor, and then he's before saying and giving like the same thing, and this matches up with what you were told by the other students, which was that it was done quietly, it was done after the storm, and then it was done during a storm. There was no noise, no screaming, nothing, and then before ending it with, and that's why we will need the Reckonmark Academy. I will be pressing up on the Reckonmark Academy to allow the use of undead to scar that place clean. That mansion is an abomination. It should have been destroyed years ago. The warlord, you don't really hear what he says. For you, at least it sounds like. And Callum's just gonna say, I assume, of course, we can obviously count on your support, but can you get the other warlords to agree to this?
Okay.
All right. And then after another exchange of pleasantries, the divination call is ended. And Callum, he's walking away. He's clearly in thought.
Mhm.
Now we're gonna cut over to Mick.
Mick.
Yep. While Callum goes and sits down in what can only be described as the teacher's lounge, started reading his newspaper. Yeah, Mick. You are roaming the town asking questions about the strange manor, and I need you to make an investigation check.
Ooh.
Detective mode continues.
Yes.
Can't I roll decent? That's not great. That's a 12.
That's okay.
Considering how high my investigation is, that's like not a critical roll.
That's a roll of 4.
Yeah.
I'll take a 12. It's better than like below 10.
Mhm.
It's better than a natural 1.
Yeah. So true.
But with a 12, you know that the manor is known as the Martens Manor. It was built.
Sorry, can you say that name one more time, please?
Martens.
Martens.
Tense Manor. Okay.
Yeah.
Interesting.
It was built about 200 and some odd years ago, and it's been abandoned for a very long time. It's been abandoned for about half that time, as far as anyone can tell, anyway.
Mhm.
But that's about all you're able to dig up. People think that it's cursed and haunted. Nobody wants to talk about it.
All right. I guess I'll just reconvene with Creed then if I can find him.
Yeah. Yeah, Creed, you, like I said, you were unable to learn anything except the answers for today's crossword puzzle.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, I'll rendezvous with Meg.
Yeah.
But
you're
I
on
mean, you should probably tell me what you overheard.
Yeah, like, definitely. Like, we rendezvous at a tavern, where we met the chess dude. Yeah,
yeah.
yeah, and then.
Chess dude is still there. He's still playing chess with another unfortunate person.
Yeah, yeah. I won't approach. I'll just talk to Mick. Yeah, it's just like, oh, you go for it. Go for it. You go first. It's fine.
I just let you know, like, well, it wasn't much, but at least I got a name. It's the Martens Manor, built around 200 years ago. Not much on my end. What about you?
Apparently the students are not, like brewing a plan of evil or something. They were attacked. Well, it's the third student that were killed this, time.
Not.
Yeah, and apparently they report to kind of like a headmaster or someone in power. I don't know.
Describe what he looks
Yeah,
like.
I described the look of Callum.
Callum.
Yeah, of Callum. I was like, he looks like kind of like this, and he was talking to a hairy dude.
Heavy leather coats.
Yeah,
I immediately pick up
Yeah.
on it. I was like, so Callum knows about this place.
who? You know this dude?
Well, one, he's the person who's going to get us this boat, and
Oh, so he's your contact. Interesting.
he
Okay.
is my contact. I'm actually going to have to go and talk with him, because if he knows about this mansion, I need to know why they were investigating it in the first place.
Well, because they were attacked, and basically everyone here thinks the mansion is, haunted. So, like you just mentioned before, so yeah, they have every reason to want to wipe it out. But
Yeah,
the thing
I have
that,
a sneaking suspicion
Yeah.
that Callum probably knows more about this. Anyway, I'm
maybe,
gonna go speak with him.
yeah, sure.
I'll try and make sure, obviously, that I won't let it slip that you were eavesdropping, Creed.
Yeah, well, it doesn't really matter as long as you get the message across. I think it's fine.
I will talk to him. I know
Yeah.
I'm the last person he wants to see right now, but clearly, if he wants this
Wait,
mission
what?
done, then we'll have to-
You never tell us that, right?
I think last time I did mention that Callum wasn't exactly happy with
Oh,
me
okay.
being here.
Yeah, okay, got
I
it.
didn't go into the specifics.
Yeah, I don't think so. So it's like, okay.
No, I said that Callum wasn't happy, and I said I made a mistake back. I didn't talk about.
Yeah, you didn't talk about- yeah.
Project.
Yeah.
Vegetabilized a person.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's like, okay, try not to get on the dude's bad side. You already don't look good, right? Because last time you said, yeah.
Look at myself and my self-esteem. Oh, damage.
Yeah.
Such vital damage to my self-esteem. I will make my way over to Callum. I think I'm gonna have to.
Yeah, alright.
Yeah,
Go
as you
for it.
get to the college, you do ask like where he is, so you can go speak with him. And the attendant just says, "Yeah, sir, he does not want to speak with you."
Tell them that it has to do with the investigation, and the sooner I talk with him, the sooner I don't need to talk with him.
All right, 1 second. Yeah, we'll send a. Yeah, and okay, yeah, and they send a messenger out with a written note. It's not like it's like this little clockwork construct on which it goes zooming out.
Right.
About like 10 minutes later, the construct quickly just comes back, as it does. Like the attendant's talking, like, yeah, maybe one day we'll have a way we can just like a little device we can pick up to speak into, and he'll instantly hear it. That day's not here yet. Oh, hey, look, the mouse is back. They pick it up, and it says, he takes a look and says, yeah, he is adamant about not speaking with you, sir.
God damn it, Callum. Alright, I'm gonna go and and find Creed then.
Okay.
And I'll say, Creed, Do you think you can speak on my behalf, considering Callum is being problematic?
Sure. You want me to infiltrate his place and talk to him directly? Sure.
No, simply say you're investigating the manor, and we need to know more about it. If he doesn't want to talk with me, that's fine. I mean, maybe don't even mention realistic. Don't mention that I'm necessarily you're friends with me. Just
Okay.
say that you're investigating the manor and you need more information.
Mick. Shame. For shame. No, I'm just playing. I will go talk to Callum, I guess. Yeah, I'll
So
approach. Yeah.
Yes, you do. You enter. You do find him. He's still in the lounge. He's still he's still reading his paper. He's apparently on the funny pages, as his mouth occasionally twitches into something that could be described as a smile.
All right.
And as you do, you walk up to him.
Mhm.
He just looks. He does not seem to pay attention. He doesn't seem to know that you're here to talk with him.
Sir, Callum, is it?
He looks up and says, "Yes, can I help you with something?"
I was investigating. I was the dude that was investigating the manor. You know, the one that.
You sent Mick to speak on your behalf.
I don't send Mick. Mick usually just charges around as he pleases. He's a bull, after all, you know, so to speak.
Thanks, buddy.
Yeah.
Sound great.
Yeah, he's a bull. You know it.
He says, "Yes, of course."
Oh, and he specifically said don't mention him, but you already know, so you know, fuck that. Anyway.
Person. You
Yeah.
are outside of this college, and you are asked. Mick is also outside of the college. He's the only person outside who's asked me about what's going on at the Martens Manor.
Yep.
And so I just assumed.
Yep, you assumed wisely. And you are a very intelligent guy, so I just want to ask, what is up with that manor? Like, and before you try to refuse it because of Mick, I'm just gonna say, I recognize the past owner of the manor, if that would pique your interest, you know.
He raises his eyebrows as he looks at you, and he says, "You must be a vampire or some kind of long-lived immortal. And judging by the accent, I would say you are Carnati, so that would probably mean vampire. Even then, I had no idea you knew who Jarrett Martens was."
He was my sire. Hey, how's that?
Jarrett was not a vampire. Yeah, Jarrett. You're not sure who Jarrett was. It was If you
Jared?
have the picture, you can show it to him.
Yeah, I have the picture.
You would have it.
Yeah, I said I took it, so I just raised the picture. It's like, here, this dude, sharp gray eyes, I
He
believe.
takes a look. He says, "I don't know who the vampire is, but the human is clearly Jarrett Martens."
The human? I look at the picture. So he was talking about the one. Yeah, go for it.
Yeah, like I said, the picture showed your vampire sire shaking hands with another person,
Yeah.
and Callum identified that person as Jarrett Martens.
I'm not a full-fledged vampire, so to speak. But the dude that was shaking, the one you call Martez, is my sire. So yeah.
Ah,
Yep.
well,
Was my sire.
I'm afraid I can't help you. I do not know his name.
No, that's fine. I don't need to know his name. That fucker, you know, better be off with my life. I'm happy with where I'm at right now. I just want to know, what happened with the manor, you know, that caused it to be destroyed? Because it looks like this Jared guy is pretty powerful, or, you know, knows people. So,
He looks. He just says, "It is. You're clearly not from around here. The
Definitely
legend
not.
of the Martens family is known.
The
It is
legend?
well known. Jared Martens was not happy with the increasing influence of the warlords. He did not like the fact that he lived in a society, and rather than take it out on others, he chose to build a mansion in the south of the Reckonwood. He chose to isolate himself from the world.
But if it's just that, he could just be called weird or, creepy or whatever. Why would this place be cursed? Or people think it's cursed?
He looks thoughtful for a second. You say, it is not right to speak ill of the dead, but I will talk about it a bit. As far as I know, the history is in the year of the king 748. Gareth settled and built his mansion in that place. He, as I said, he was not happy with the increasing influence of the warlord in that region. He was a successful merchant, so he was allowed to, so he was able to afford it. Unfortunately, he was also a very private man. Not much was known about him, but even less was known about his descendants after he died. They were all reared with the distinct love of isolation, trained to shun any outsiders. They began to live as recluses. People said that their isolation caused them to speak. They could not speak common well. They could not speak well.
That's weird. Okay.
They took to interbreeding with the servants.
Oh, that's why.
As rumors, the rumors of inbreeding in the family began to spread. Not the very flattering rumors, mind you.
Mm-hmm.
It's believed that a lot of the few people who managed to leave the manor, a lot of the surrounding farmers were descended from the Martens family.
They were very reclusive. They stayed in the woods, and now they're all missing. Or at least, no. Well, I'm not there. I'm just speaking out loud.
Yeah.
Yeah, no. He looks, Callum looks thoughtful, and he says, thing about the Martens family, what made them, several things made them unusual. One of them being that they did have very dissimilar eyes. One was a distinctly bright blue, the other was dark brown. Very peculiar eyes.
So weird eyes, okay.
Yes. What is known about Jared Martens, he had a particularly dislike of the storms.
Of the weather?
Yeah, the storms. During the summer you would have thunderstorms, and during the winter you have thunder snow. In order to retreat from their wild noise, he had a basement, a special room constructed where he could live to hide from the storms.
Okay.
Okay.
So a thunder room, essentially.
Yes.
Emergency thunder room. Got it.
The family itself, as they grew more isolated, they began, as far as we know, they developed a kind of nervous response to the thunderstorm. They would only really become active when the storms would rage. Most of these we only know because one member of the family, a man named Jan Martens, was afflicted with a peculiar restlessness. He became an adventurer and went around for 6 years all over the continent of Corvair.
Huh. Jared, you say?
Jan. No, this is
Jen.
like
Okay.
his
Oh, sorry, Jen. Yeah.
Kind of deal.
Yeah.
descendant.
Okay.
This is him. That's
Jan
him.
Martens. Got it.
Yeah.
Martens.
This was about 100 years after Jared. This is like his grandson.
Mm-hmm.
His grandson or his great-grandson. After about... Callum, he gives it some thought and says, All I know after that is that he settled down there, and he returned home, and then the family became increasingly isolated.
But okay. So,
Well, I think I know what we need to do.
you're not here.
I know.
I have no clue what we should do, but I will ask. So, after Jen, no more words of the Martens family. Not even how they, becomes,
All we know is
destroyed?
that the lights were last seen in the year 887. That was the last time any light was seen in the Martens mansion.
Okay.
The last time anyone visited the mansion was about 6 years later, when a group of explorers got curious, went in to look around. But then the last war erupted, and a year later, and any further exploration was postponed.
So when year 893 someone visited, was the family still there or was it entirely gone?
It was abandoned, as far
Okay.
as I can tell.
Okay.
So what are you going to do now, young man?
It's an interesting story. A family leads to its own demise. You know what? I think I might investigate on this matter because we got a bull in our team. That's the whole reason. No, I'm just kidding. But yeah.
His eye just twitches very slightly at the mention of Mick.
Yeah, if we, if I, solve this mystery or whatever, and remove the threat, can you get us to where we need to go?
If it means I don't have to deal with Mick anymore.
Yay! You won't. Yeah.
Where do you need to go, by the way? He never told me.
It's a very fucking long story.
I don't need the story, just the destination.
Alright.
Where do we need to go?
Yeah, I'm looking. I believe is hold on.
Hold on.
The quarry, right? The light quarry. Well, sorry. No. That was the race. Yeah.
No, the quarry where the people.
Oh, Riodra?
It is Sarlona.
It's Sarlona. Okay, Sarlona. Sorry.
Yeah, he looks at you for a second.
It's Sardine? No, something. Yeah. Sirloin. No, Sarlona. Yeah, Sarlona. Sirloin. I'm like, wait a second. No, that's a steak. Okay, Sarlona. Yeah, that's the name.
He says, you're not exactly sure what change comes over him, but there's definitely a change. He looks, you can tell just by his, the slight change, he just, the atmosphere just suddenly changes in the room completely.
Okay.
He says, go tell Mick that the deal's off. If he wants to kill me, he can come here and do it himself.
Wait, what?
I'm going to Sarlona.
Well, why?
Because Sarlona is home to a psychic empire. Psychic empire called Riodra. They do not like Kalashtar like me.
Oh, you are a
They
Kalashtar.
sense me.
Flashstar.
Wait.
Did I ever pick that up?
Yeah, you've heard of it, but as far as you know, it's psychic human.
Hmm.
And, well, I guess also I don't know if I guess it's specified, but it was like we need the boat. He doesn't need.
Yeah, we don't need him to come with us, so I would just say, Callum, with all due respect, we don't really need you. We just need a boat. That is all.
He says,
You don't need to come with us. You can stay here. It's fine.
No. I know, but the boat does not sail without me.
Why is that? It's a boat.
You can ask Mick. He knows.
Eh.
Oh, great. God damn it. Why did I write in my backstory that this guy hates us?
Well, he hates you, not me. I'm just collateral damage, but
He's
yeah.
just a nice, friendly guy.
No, I'm just collateral. That is all. Like, I need to go to somewhere, but because Mick has to piss off the dude that could send us there, so, you know.
God damn it. I'm gonna like break into the room and
Yeah.
actually like fucking sit down and say, listen, I know you fucking hate me, but there are bigger goddamn problems than you
You'll
can
Yeah.
solve.
You'll have to try to convince him. Yeah, it's almost like we gotta roleplay this now.
Yeah.
Fucking fine.
Alright. But before you roleplay any shit,
I'll
yeah, I'll just say, okay, like, hold on. I don't know your beef with Mick, however severe that may be. I know you are a Clash Star, well, because you said so, and from the intel we gathered, if we don't do this, this will be the end for all of your kind. I'm not,
How's that?
yeah, I'm not, like I said, it's a fucking long story. And I hate it, I'm entangled in it, but, okay, I'm gonna start at the beginning, alright? I'll make it short. So we were tasked to find this Conrad dude. We found out he's in Delcor, the Realm of Dreams.
How did he get? Yeah, that's
He is also a Clash Star.
It's a long story.
Yeah.
Listen, he says, I'll tell you what, if you're able to figure this out, we can discuss it then. Normally I'm not one for abandoning a deal. But Reirdra says, it changes things. We'll need to sit down and talk about it further.
So you are willing to listen to us if we finished it? Or, you know, we solve this?
Yes.
Shake on it!
But it better be a very good reason as to why.
Oh, I'm sure it's a pretty good reason. That's why I'm fucking here, not in my bedroom, which is 1,000 miles away from here. Yeah. Let's shake on it!
It is like, I am done with this side quest to the north where it's cold. I want to sit in a nice heated room with a glass of wine.
Well, Creed doesn't mind, like, as long as he's, you know, like, have somewhere he can stay. But, like, days of travels, like, outside of city into the wilderness, like, it's not really good for his, you know.
You know what, that makes sense, because, like, Creed is definitely, he enjoys the city life.
Yeah, he's a city boy. Like, he doesn't really enjoy
From the
wilderness.
city for so long,
Yeah.
he's like, God damn it, bring me back to civilization.
Yeah. And remember, he still needs to constantly refill his sliver of souls in order to... Yeah, so... Or else he'll be super cranky. So he'll extend his hand, right hand, and says, shake on it.
He says he
Come on.
gonna keep. Callan shakes on it.
Alright, cool. A man's deal. Alright. Let's bear on it. I will go find our bull.
Oh,
See ya.
You go out to find
Yeah.
the bull. Mick, you find Mick playing chess against the dude at the thing now. And
Now I'm trying.
Yeah.
try your
Did you win, son? I'll walk over, I'll be like the meme, and did you win, son?
No, he's losing.
No.
Yeah, I won this medal fighting those darn halflings out in the Talenta Plains. Yeah, filthy savages, but darn good fighters. Oh, you gotta respect them for that. Oh, well, there goes your rook there, sonny. It's a check.
And that's the mate.
At this, I'm like, I'm like thinking about how Mick is like knows things, he doesn't want to talk. It's frustrating me. I'm getting my ass kicked in chess, and I just like I got my hand on my forehead. I'm just rubbing it, and I just like take my finger and I just flick the king.
Just kick it with your finger. Ding. Nice.
Yeah, well, you know what? You did better than most there, kid. You should be proud of yourself.
Yep, that's me. I feel real proud right now.
Oh, you'll be more proud.
And in my face, going
Yeah.
like, God damn it, this place sucks.
I pat him on the shoulder. I was like, "You're about to be more proud of the situation. Yeah, follow me.
Callum say.
Yeah, not here. Follow me.
Okay, okay.
Yeah.
I'll pick up. Good game, sir. That was
Yeah, good game.
Yeah. Yeah, that dude is definitely hiding a chess piece or two in there. Sleeves. I'm just saying.
This is like,
Yeah.
this is like him running a Smurf account.
Yeah.
He's like, I'm gonna convince people that I'm just new to the game.
Hmm.
I'm just gonna completely.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
But anyway, we find a quiet place.
He gives me
Yeah,
lay down.
I'll fill you in with all the deal, the new deal, and the whole interaction. So yeah, now you know.
Like, I kind of take out my smokes and kind of like pop them open. Like,
Your friend, he's super smart. He sees through my disguise right away. So,
yeah, well, that would be him. It's just frustrating. Look,
but why would you piss off someone so?
I understand
Intelligent.
He's concerned about
Yeah.
his life and all that, and I don't blame him for being worried about going to such a dangerous place. But anyway, that will have to be a conversation that we have about the severity of the situation that we're in. It's just. I understand why he's mad at me, but it's
I don't.
frustrating.
I don't.
Trying everything in my power to try and meet him halfway and put this behind us, but I don't know.
He looks like a chill dude. Like, what exactly did you do to piss him off so much? Or is it something we shouldn't be discussing?
Well, I don't know if it's something to discuss out in public. Look,
No, I mean something is off limit to you. Like we all know, we all have somewhere we don't want to be touched.
Mick is more than happy to tell you, but he doesn't want to tell you in the middle of the town. He'll probably tell you when we're on the road.
All right,
And you can
sure thing.
that.
Yeah.
But learning from that conversation, Mick has a theory that if they go to the mansion during a storm, that something will pop up. So I think that's the next course of action.
Okay, but I also want to find this thunder room. I feel like it might be where the
Find it,
secret
it's
is.
not-
We were in the Thunder Room. That was the.
Oh, that was the thunder room. I thought it was like underground, like a bunker or something.
It
No,
is.
remember how it was more a room that
Yeah.
didn't seem like a defensive bunker?
Yeah. Oh, okay, got it. I was like, okay.
Yeah.
All right. Okay, Barty boy.
I'm gonna lead the way for
Yeah.
Creed and Bart.
Party.
Yeah, I'm gonna ask
Take
Bart
the
something.
mansion
Yeah.
with the intent of just waiting for a storm to show up and hopefully something will happen.
Yeah, I'm gonna ask Bart something. So, Barty boy.
What's up?
By the sound of it, I don't know. I kind of half suspect it's a curse or something. Placed on the family or some shit. Do you think you can, I don't know, like figure it out or something? Being the necromancer and all.
Yeah, because I'm a necromancer, I automatically know magic. Well, I mean, I do automatically know magic, but I don't
You
know.
do, dude.
I mean, do we know the history of the family?
Yeah, I'll fill you in, and I tell him.
Eager to get the curse laid on them.
Well, that's the part. They are so reclusive. I don't know if even getting
Well,
contact
how do
with
we
them
know
shit.
about them?
Well,
I'm kind of pitching in my point
Mhm.
of this, and it's like, regardless of whether or not they had a curse put on them, I think the issue is that we know that they clearly made a deal with this guy in the picture, right?
yeah.
We don't know if it was like this was like a hidden part of the deal, or maybe they reneged on something and then that's how they got the curse. Regardless, I think we're gonna have to hope that whatever attacked those students shows up, because I think that's our only lead at the moment. And
Fair
I'm
point.
hoping that this will lead us to learning more about the curse and the history of the family. I have some theories of my own as to maybe what's going on, but nothing's concrete until we can track down this beast.
Yeah.
It's fart is, but seriously, like if these guys were so recluse, how do we know anything about them?
Just stories from bystanders, which is odd. I know. And highly unreliable.
Good point. I do say it's like realistically we don't. We only know rumors and happenstance at this point.
Yep.
And because they were so reclusive, anything
Well,
that. Oh, sorry.
Isn't there like a library with history of the family or something that we can do to
Well, the books were smashed or, destroyed during, with the centuries of, nature.
He's talking about a library in the town.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I mean,
Maybe.
we could go.
You have a point. Yeah. Let's go investigate it first.
I think will help us here. We clearly don't know what's going on.
Yeah, for sure.
I am not interested in walking into another robot slime again.
Dude, same.
It was fun for me.
I didn't catch any slime, so,
Alright.
But I don't like the dirt.
I will say then, well, why don't we head to the library? We'll see what we
Let's
can
go.
And then,
Let's go read some books. Yeah.
Alright.
Book time.
Book read time.
Yep.
Alright, you go, you find the history section. I need you both to make investigation checks.
Alright, cool. Investigation 8.
Better than that, for fuck's sake.
Yeah. It's fine. I rolled an 8.
Second kind of shite investigation.
Alright, I'll just say Creed is so distracted by the comic section, so he's like, oh, I'm gonna check this out. There may be history in the comic books.
Yeah, in the comic books. I'm just gonna go head over to the manga corner.
Yeah. That is all. That is history. Don't you dare shite on manga.
Reading historical
Yeah.
novels.
Yes.
Naruto.
Alright. But,
So,
yeah.
while you do that, Mick, like I said, you do find, looking around, you find what you think is like a history of of the region. And looking through, you do find again history that confirms everything that Callum told Creed. And like Callum said, the only reason we know anything at all about the Martens family is because Jan. He went out. He was an adventurer. He came back. And what happened was he apparently wrote letters to a friend of his that he met on the outside. And he was describing in those letters, disturbingly, he was describing about how he was now like an outsider to his family, how they were shunning him, despite of the fact he had the same dissimilar eyes as them.
Yeah.
And he kept on talking about how things had changed, how the house had fallen into deep disrepair. About 3 years, though, after he had returned home, the letters ceased, and his friend made the journey to go see him. When he arrived, the friend described that the mansion was basically a ruin at that point.
Right. Gotcha.
As for the family themselves, they were very sullen. They did not want to talk to him at all. And when they spoke, they could barely speak common at that point, it seems to the friend. They told the friend that he had been struck by lightning earlier during one of the storms, and that he was buried somewhere out in the back. And they actually took him to the grave, which was barren and devoid of all markers. This friend was very suspicious about this, about what they were doing. Something about them gave him a feeling of suspicion. 1 week after that, he returned. He bought a shovel in Reckenmark and returned 1 week later and quietly dug up the grave. According to the reports in the book, he found that the skull had been and the rib cage had been smashed with rocks. So he then traveled to Korth, the capital of Karnath, and openly charged the Martens family with murder. Um, Legal evidence, naturally, was lacking, but the story quickly spread, and from that time forward, the Martens were completely ostracized by the outside world. Um, the manor itself was shunned, and nobody would come near it.
Hmm.
No one knows how, but somehow they were able to live independently. And like Callum said, the last light was seen in the mansion around sometime in the year 887, but it would go dark and would remain dark. Um, the last expedition, like you said, was launched in 893. And then the last war happened, and everybody had more serious things to worry about. But based on that last exploration, the notes that the adventurers took, no skeletons were found. So a departure, rather, it would seem like they've left. They didn't die. Um, they seem to have left several years before. And the improvised structures built into the house show just how numerous the family had grown at that point. Um, the cult, it also seemed that like they had devolved, for lack of a better word. The furniture was decaying, the silverware was scattered, and they probably took that along with them. Must have been abandoned when they left. But even though they were gone, um, people were still afraid of the house, and it wasn't until about like 10 years after that last exploration, in the year 903, that rumors began to spread of monsters living in the house, although nothing was ever really proven. And again, the war was on, so nobody really had time
Didn't have time for this situation.
to look into it. The only other thing of note is that around like 50 years after that, in the year 50 or 60 years, like the year 950, people began to make note of the irregular mounds just appearing in the Reckonwood. But other than that, nothing until recent days appears to have. Nothing until recent days has touched the mansion. It's just been shunned as a haunted house.
You know what? I'm starting to think I gotta really learn Speak with Dead at this point. I'm starting to feel like.
It sounds like a bard ability, but I'll allow it.
That, like, there are bodies that I need to have conversations with.
Yeah. Well, that's a bard or cleric spell, so
Oh, I know.
we'll have to get Ith to let you do it.
Or a necromancer spell.
Well, it's a bard or cleric spell. He can't learn it.
Oh, okay. Got it.
Really? I thought necromancer.
I thought Speak with Dead can, necromancer could do.
Really
Yeah.
they can't learn Speak with Dead.
Hold on.
This is
Hold
less.
on. That's actually driving me crazy. That's
Yeah.
driving my. Oh, hold on.
Me too. I want to see.
CD just exploded.
The
at
fuck?
Thought.
Yeah.
Necromancer can't cast Speak with Dead.
Yeah.
Necromancers are more controlled dead. Speaking with them is
You're absolutely right. It's bard or cleric. That's
Ah.
ridiculous.
Yeah.
yeah, like I said, it's necromancers are more about controlling the dead, less about
No,
talking.
I understand, but that to me
It's dumb.
ridiculous.
Yeah.
Yes. yeah.
So they don't have any abilities that will allow them to learn the spell? That's so odd. Damn it.
It's very odd.
Yeah. Anyway.
I do kind of reconvene with the group. I explain all the information that was spoken, and I still think the best plan is to go to the mansion and wait for a storm to show up.
Mm-hmm.
But it does make me think that there is a high possibility that the creatures that are attacking people near the mansion are the family. That's kind of my...
Or something they breed. And speaking of which, it says optional for the Speak with Dead. So, for wizards. So, some wizards can learn them, I believe.
Interesting.
Yeah. Just additional knowledge.
I do say to Creed and Bart that I do say to Creed and Bart that's like, it's most likely the family, if I had to guess, changed into these creatures. We just don't know how.
Mm.
There must have been something that they did that caused this.
Yeah.
It sounds to me that Jan probably figured it out and was silenced because of it. I still think our best bet is to go to the mansion and wait for a storm. I
Yeah.
have just a sneaking suspicion that that's going to be our best play.
Yep.
Alright.
Not gonna argue with it. The sooner we get this over with, the sooner we'll get to where we need to go. The sirloin. Oh, Sarlona. Yeah.
Sirlonia.
Yeah.
Sirloin land.
Sirloin land. Yeah. That's what we should call it. Damn it, the word is so hard. Anyway, let's go.
Sorry.
No, I'm just kidding. I'm just being Creed, that is all. Yeah.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, as you do, you return to the mansion. It takes another like half a day to get just of hard walking to get there. So as you return, you start exploring. That it takes a few days of just exploring. You do not to like find it, but just to wait for a storm. And meantime, Bard is making a note of he's just wondering. He's just mapping out the mounds just to satisfy his own morbid curiosity. And what he does find is that these mounds do seem to like extend outward from the manor. Like the mounds are thickest near the manor, but then they spread outwards in like a radial pattern. If that makes sense.
Yeah.
Almost as if this is ground zero.
Yeah.
Which so he does seem to think that this supports the theory that the family is turned into monsters, and they are making these mounds. But like I said, you don't need to wait longer than a week.
Alright, I'll rest. We'll rest, I guess, for
Oh,
during the
yeah.
meantime.
We've
Yeah.
waited multiple days.
Yeah.
But
Absolutely, yeah.
I think in the multiple days of just sitting in the mansion waiting for the storm, seeing the storm on the horizon, I think Mick is just like a little bit more isolated himself because I guess that's up to you. I guess this if we want to role play this, Creed, would you have asked about the specific?
Yeah, definitely.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Clear the throat. Yes.
Choked up there.
Yeah. So, Mick is gonna finally probably tell you that many, many years ago, when I was working on this armor project, there were some tests that needed to be done. Callum's friend, well, I persuaded him to help me with this project. I was young. I hadn't figured things out perfectly, and there was an accident. The armor put him, for lack of a better word, into a vegetative state. It did some severe damage to his body, pretty much most that is irreversible. Callum is not exactly forgive me for that, and back then I shrugged it off and moved on because I was so focused on this legacy of this armor, this weapon for Karnaf. I understand his hatred now that I am older and more experienced with the world, and I'm trying to be better, and I'm trying to fix some of the mistakes. I understand that there's going to be people that are just not going to be able to forgive me, regardless of what good I do. It's just... it gets to me from time to time, I suppose.
Well, like, Creed is just gonna sit with him, not really gonna be trying, not trying to be cute or smart or whatever. But you, like, in the end, he'll say, like, I don't know, like, how severe the damage was, but couldn't, I don't know, maybe help him find a cleric to
Well, that's
patch him
essentially
up?
what I'm trying to do. I want to see if I can make this armor, or make
Wait, an armor?
I want not armor, but I want to make a device that can help him walk again. I think I'm capable of creating that at this point in my life. It's just
But you said he was at a vegetative state. How could he
well,
be out of it?
vegetative to a certain extent, and more that he I want to hope that I could maybe give him the ability to at least a chance that he might be able to move. He's still in there. He hasn't like completely lost his mind. It's more that his body just does not work.
If that's the case, I mean, I'm asking the DM right now. So, in the world of Eberron, can someone do a reincarnation or something, you know, to create a new body and put the
Yes.
mind into it?
Yes.
So it's a
in theory,
possibility, okay.
But it does involve killing the original person.
Uh,
Yeah.
I
so
understand why some people are not.
are not willing to do that. Okay, got it.
Yeah.
So any kind of a clone spell maybe that could work? Yeah. No, I'm just
Like,
spitballing with
I
as a
think there
player.
are
Yeah.
other- Like there are ways that people could work around this.
Yeah.
But I think Callum's friend is not in a position to make that decision.
Mm-hmm. And Callum doesn't want to make it for
Callum
him.
is
Yeah.
essentially the power of attorney. If we.
Yeah.
He's probably does not want to
Mhm.
go through any more strife at this point.
Got it. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. I'll be like, well, because Creed doesn't really know that. That was just me as a player asking.
Yeah.
Yeah, so Creed would be like, I don't know, maybe find a cleric to help him heal a bit better, then put on the suit you made for him, I guess.
Who knows? Maybe
Yeah.
a combination of the two would help.
Maybe.
Regardless, we need to solve this mystery, and then we're going to have to.
We all have a past, so, you know.
The storm seems to be coming as the music seems to be
Yeah.
changed.
Yeah. That was me using minor illusion to create the background noise.
Conclusion as this music begins to start playing.
Yeah. Boss music. Ready.
Yeah, but as you do, yeah, like I said, the storm comes in.
Mhm.
You pop in and you hide, obviously, away somewhere where you can keep an
Mhm.
eye on everything. And as you do, you watch, like popping out, like as the storm just goes with the explosion of thunder. You see abruptly and just without any warning, something pop out of the mountain. It's like a human. It looks humanoid, but it's covered in albino white fur, and it occasionally switches between walking on 2s and 4s like an ape. Its limbs are longer in proportion to the body. Or maybe its body is just smaller in proportion to its limbs. You just see that with as the thunder starts to rumble, these things pop out, like dozens. First a few, and then
Things?
dozens of them, just out of every
Shit.
one of these things. There's easily hundreds of these things surging out of these mounds and spreading across the countryside.
Okay, first things first. Do they look like lycanthropy?
No, this looks more like some kind of a caricature of a monkey.
Okay. Gotcha.
I'm assuming long limbs, the whole shebang.
Yeah.
Yeah, no tail though.
Well, let's go chase some creatures. Let's go.
There's a dozen of them, and
No, there's more than a dozen. There's
Yeah.
hundreds of them. They're popping out from every mound.
fuck. So where did they pop out from?
Like I said, they're like those mounds that are spread
Oh,
out
okay.
from the manor.
Okay,
Yeah, that's where
okay.
they're popping out. They're molehills, basically. They're oversized molehills.
Fuck.
Can I get it? Because this is a manor, right? Can I get to one of the other rooms? Kind of like open up one of the windows and see if I can take some shots at some of these things.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna do that.
Um,
I basically run upstairs. I kind of like, open up the window.
Yeah.
My rifle and a sniper's.
I
position,
guess I'll do
and then
the
I just
same.
fire.
Yeah, I guess I'll do the same.
yeah, you do. All right, make a attack roll, both of you.
All right. Hold on. The start of
Pretty
each
good for me, considering
turn.
my dex is not great.
Yeah, I will.
Oh, that's actually pretty decent.
Famine, I guess. Yeah.
So what's we got 17. Yep, that's a hit.
All right. Yeah. Oh, sorry. Remove. Hold on. Let me check. Remove the 6. So it's just a 7 plus 14. Yeah.
That'd be 21 damage.
Yeah. 21 damage.
Okay. Yeah,
21
total.
damage and then 17 from my damage.
Yeah.
All right, yeah. Between the two of you, you're able to kill 2 of these things. Just instantly. Just take out your rifle, you fire twice. You fire once there. Using the thunder as cover. And 2 of the stragglers, you see, they just drop dead. The rest of them don't notice. Like I said, they're not making noise. That's the worst part about this. They are
Yeah.
silent.
I think the part that's I was hoping to goad them to come towards the mansion.
Yeah.
It seems like they're just they're just running around like away from us.
Okay.
Yeah, you don't know where they're going. Only that like they appear to be doing this in reaction to the storm.
Oh, okay. So because they're afraid of it.
Could be. Like I said, so you do. Like I said, you do have killed 2, and you do notice that like even like they're not making noise. Even like you witness at least one instance where a larger one is able to grab and eat a large chunk of a smaller one before tossing it to some others, and they eat it. The only sound you hear is like the gentle thumping of their feet, the rain, the pounding rain, the thunder, and then very rarely like the crunching as they occasionally eat one another.
The fuck?
Jesus. This is interesting. I don't know what to do in this situation. They're not exactly attacking us. I was
Yeah.
expecting like more of a fight, but they're
Yeah.
more like just
Running away.
around.
Yeah.
Honestly, we need to get a hold of a body to investigate this. So.
You know
I
what?
have 2 bodies.
Oh, okay. Well, I guess if they're not attacking us, I guess I'm just gonna drag in one of the bodies to.
I will stay watch for Mick because I feel like they might want to jump us as soon as
Well,
we.
we'll see. We'll see. So I just walk downstairs quickly out of the door. I'm gonna grab one of the bodies that I shot that hopefully didn't get like chewed on.
No, it didn't. Like you said, you waited until like they were going off with the tail because you are badly outnumbered. If you
Yeah.
attention, you would be overrun.
No, that's fair.
Yeah.
So you waited until the very last one popped out, and like you two shot the tail end ones. So they don't know. And again, you used the thunder as cover, so you were able to
Yeah.
drag it back. And
Nice.
as you do, you catch a glimpse of the eyes, and yes, you are able to confirm this is what is left of the Martens family.
Because their figures, their facial figures shows.
eyes.
Okay,
Yeah,
got
it's
it.
The blue and the brown, right?
All
You
right.
have blue and brown eyes of the Martens family.
I just I'll cast a detect magic, the classic. I know. Falcon's like, God damn it! You spam this spell like crazy, but
No, that's not-
it's the only tool I got, man.
That's fine. I'm not. That's fine. So you spam detect magic. You sense, and perhaps the most horrifying thing about this is you do not sense a single piece of magic on them.
Interesting. Okay. So this is almost like an evolution or like a
Yeah.
mutation.
Make a medicine check.
Medicine check.
I'll
Medicine's not great. Can I help your?
I have +2. I have +2.
It's better than mine.
All right, let's do it. You help me. Come on. 20.
Hey,
Yeah. I was
It's
like,
not bad.
Yeah.
You take a look at it. You cut one of them open and taste the blood inside of it. You determine that this is a human, in a way. It is the results of isolation, of living underground, of constant inbreeding. It's induced some kind of devolution and adaptation. So the family, because they've lived the way they have for so many years and lived the way they had,
Yeah.
it's turned them into these things. It is
They deteriorated into.
basically, yeah.
Fuck. This is so bad.
On the other hand, you have evidence of what these things are, how they move, and you have two bodies to present to Callum, so he might be able to use that
Okay.
to convince the warlords, hey, send some people here and rip this mountain down.
Mm-hmm.
Well, if there's a nest underground, because they know that they're coming out of the mound.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So theoretically, if there's a hive of these things,
You want to blow up?
ground, right? That's like my theory, anyway, right? Because you said that they during the storm they came out of the mounds and they started like going.
Yeah. They have a hiding
Yeah.
place.
Yeah.
They have like a den or something on the
Yeah.
ground.
You want to blow it
So
up?
if we can at least
Yeah.
we can find the den, then at least we can point to where I guess they could send the undead, I suppose.
Yeah.
But we already know the layer. We just don't know the direct
Think of
den
the big boss
where it
fight
is.
We could have to.
You want to charge in? Creedy was gonna look at you, Mick. It was like,
Sorry.
if you say one word of charging in, I'm gonna slap you across your face. I know the look, Mick.
Literally what I do.
I know when you see red, it's not good. Alright?
All right. Well, I think we should probably take the DM's advice and do the safer thing, which is bring the body to Callum as evidence.
Well, yeah, that's what Creed wants. Yeah.
All right.
That's
yeah.
what Creed wants. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you are waiting. You do see, like, when the storm starts to abate, like, these creatures seem to instinctively know when the storm is ending, because they immediately start swarming back
Into
the
mouse.
into the mountain.
Mhm.
And you can see they're actually very careful to leave behind no evidence. Like, they eat bloody snow. They drag bodies with them. This is like years of like practice
Yeah.
turned
Yeah.
into
Mhm.
instinct.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So yeah, but
They internalize all the process. Yeah, into instinct. Fuck.
yeah.
Anyway.
You are able. You just like after witnessing that, you're just like, okay, nope, I do not want to stay here. And
Yeah.
You just book it right back to Reckonmark.
We need a bomb. Huge bomb to blow it all up. That is all.
Yeah, you go and you do what, bring it to Count, saying you
Mhm.
have like I have evidence of the monsters, and he walks out. He looks at you, Mick, and just says, "Produce your evidence. Where are these monsters?"
I pull the bodies out of my belt.
Pull the
Belt of holding.
body in like a sack at the very least.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pull back the sack and I show him the
Yeah.
question.
Yeah, it's more than only like a lot of the people when they see that they just recoil, like, what are those things? But Callum does not. He kneels down and he just takes a look at it
Yeah.
curiously before looking back up at you and says, "Where did you find these? The manor?"
Yep.
Manor, yes.
There's hundreds of
The
them.
mounds. And if I had to guess, the mounds have been spreading from the manor itself.
Yeah.
Which means that there's most likely a nest of these things underneath it.
Hundreds of them.
Bart is going to give him the map
Terrifying.
that he made,
Yeah.
and
Yep.
he's going to take a look and says, "How many of these things were there?"
Like I said, hundreds.
Hundreds.
He nods and says, "Well," and then he's going to give orders for the bodies to be taken back. And as the bodies are getting dragged into the academy, he's going to just, almost like an afterthought, he pulls out a sack and he tosses it to Creed.
Oh, okay. I catch this.
Yeah, it clinks. There is, by the feel of it, there are shiny metal discs inside.
Oh, coins. Okay.
Yep.
I
Get,
take a peek.
yep. Add 2 platinum to your list.
All right.
Sorry, not 2. Sorry, 10.
10. Okay. I will take 5, and I'll. Oh, sorry. I will take. Hold on. How many?
Honestly, you go to hand me this, and I just say keep the money.
Okay.
What I want is a conversation with
All right.
about what the plan is next.
Yeah, as you go, you speak with him. He says, you go, you do find him like he's just finished speaking with somebody. Like, it takes about an hour or so before he comes out.
Mm-hmm.
And he looks at you, he just sees you. He just says very crisply, he just says, I've shown the bodies to the warlord. They will have the mountain ripped down, every mount stopped up. That mansion will finally be destroyed.
That sounds good. We'll stop the killing, which I think is good for everybody in the town.
Yes.
And our deal?
He says, we're going to have to sit down and discuss why you're going to that cursed continent.
A conversation is all I ask. That is all.
Yeah. I'm guessing you're not planning to take a vacation there.
It's not exactly a vacation type place, as you most likely know.
He says, yes, Sarlona is very isolationist. They do not like outsiders on the best of days. So what madness is driving you there? Come with me. He takes you to the library
Mm-hmm.
before you answer, and then settling down in a chair, he says, so what madness is driving you there?
You wanna take the lead, Mick?
I'll take the lead, sure.
Sure.
I don't mind
Go for it.
taking this.
I'll leave some time for you too.
I'm trying to think how I want to word this. Well, it all started really. I give him like a little bit of the cliff notes, but essentially, the main point is, as I say, after our investigation into the family, after everything that we done, we made our way here, and to be honest, we know that he's trapped in the plane of dreams. We know that something is brewing in this realm. And we know if we don't stop it, a cataclysm may be coming after. I know I didn't do much during the war. I didn't really stop anything. But I would like to hope that, if the very least, I can stop this.
He's gonna think for a second. He's gonna say, you know why I don't want to go to Sarlona, right?
I know.
You know that if I go there, it's basically a death sentence for me. It's a psychic empire. They'll sense me from a mile away. Additionally, your vampire friend won't be able to hide from them. They don't see with their eyes. Or I should say, they don't see with just their eyes.
There's a likelihood that we will not make it back. But I've got to try, Callum.
And said, so I'm assuming then the fare will be for a one-way trip.
Most likely, yes.
Well, I gotta interrupt. When I hear one-way trip, I was like, I know it's dangerous, and I know we probably die there. I can accept dying, but I won't accept without contingency. Like, at least give us a chance. All right.
If we some way miraculously make it out of there,
We need an extraction
would you
method. Yes.
He sighs as he sits down. He starts rubbing his temples. He says, "No, I would like to minimize my time spent there."
I do not like it's like I understand why he doesn't want to pick us up at the end. It's already like such a risk for him to even just
All right,
there.
I'll say this. Okay, I won't expect you to stay, like there for, more than you want to. I know you don't want to at all, but we just need some methods that could have us either teleported, either swim faster, whatever.
Dragon Mart houses have an outpost there. There's one city, I don't remember its name, but there's one city that outsiders are allowed to land in.
And how far away is that from Serlorna?
In Salona, yeah, it's there. There is also another kingdom, one composed of Kalashtar that's under attack constantly.
But we have ways of making our way back afterwards.
Yes,
We have options. Okay.
that's right.
Okay. So, I just want to know, how can we go in and out undetected? There might be a way of shielding our minds, or to remove us from their sight, so to speak.
I know you don't want to go there, Callum, but is there any information at all you think that would benefit us to
Yeah.
give us a chance to survive?
Yeah.
Pulling out the Secrets of Salona split book for 3.5e1s.
Nice.
No problem.
Yeah.
Wow, you found this in the library, Callum? That's very useful.
Yeah.
So, like, because they see not just with their normal visions, if we have some sort of mind shielding device that could technically make us invisible in their psyches, right?
I was gonna say, well, you can. There are ways. They're not. There are ways. I'll just say, but before you get too excited, they aren't idiots. If they try to sense you and they can't sense anything, they will assume it's either a psychic blockage or an illusion. The next step will be to confirm if it is an illusion. If they find out that you're not an illusion, but you're blocking it, they will be angry. Same as if they find out that you are an illusion. Hydra is a tyrannical empire. They do not maintain their power by letting people run around willy-nilly.
So we have to be very, concise with our movement and our actions when we get there.
Creed's gonna love it there. It sounds like a great time for Creed.
Well, I would say, like, Creed is, like, stripped away his greatest weapon. So, he's not really excited.
I mean, I'm sure we can find a way to let you stealth. Like, honestly, I'm sure we'll find something when we get closer to the city.
Well, he's going to actually tell you a bit about the city. The city is called Darjin. I'll spell it out.
Darjin. Okay.
It's 2 words.
Darjin.
It's a port city. He's going to tell you about that.
Mm-hmm.
The Reardrens, they understand that trade with Eberron is with the Corvair is very valuable.
Mm-hmm.
But even then, like, they are very. It's a bit like Imperial Japan, where they would only let Europeans land on one small island in the south, and even then, like, only the Portuguese for years would be the ones to do that. To give you an example, like the Dragon Mart houses, they basically run the show in Corvair.
Yeah.
In Reardra, their power is limited to the city, the city of Darjin, and it is extremely it's contingent on extremely specific conditions. For example, House Kenneth cannot create or sell weapons, armor, or any magical item that makes use of conjuration, enchantment, evocation, or necromancy. House Deneth can only have 50 soldiers at a time,
Mhm.
and that's just to act as to be hired out as bodyguards, and they will be, and if those soldiers cause any trouble at all, they are the lowest punishment they'll face is permanent expulsion.
Right.
Rirdra does maintain the right to execute them if necessary. House Jarasco is not permitted to raise the dead. House Kundarak is rumored to have like a series of like extra dimensional vaults that to let their guards move from vault to vault. In order to maintain their security. They are not permitted to have that here.
Oh.
House Lorander cannot create any docking tower for airships. Airships that attempt to go to Rirdra are attacked.
Right.
Additionally, House Lorander has been told you are not allowed to mess with the weather around here. House Orion has exactly one enclave, and they are not allowed. While they are allowed to help, like build like carts and things, they're not allowed to teleport in and out of Rirdra. Although this edict is very difficult for them to enforce. The houses of I'm trying to pronounce this, Fjarlan and House Thorani, the elf houses,
Right.
have been restricted to well, they only have like entertainment out there. They're theoretically not restricted.
Right.
The Riordan's are very suspicious about it.
Right.
And then, like I said, these enclaves are small. They only really cater to foreigners. And again, they are not allowed to leave the city. And the Riordan's, just very specifically, they do not. They don't, as a rule, like make use of these services. And then the reason why, according to Callum, is that Rirdra keeps a very tight control over the citizens. They indoctrinate them in xenophobia is kind of the wrong word, but they do not trust outsiders.
Yeah.
They what's the word? They do not
Yeah, it's protectionism, I believe. Yeah, so
yeah, kind of. I mean,
kind of
more
like
than
that. Yeah.
It's it's almost like a prison. Almost like their days are regimented. You know what you're going to do every day.
It's very totalitarian kind of deal, like just.
Yeah, it's almost like I said, it's almost like being in a prison. You're living in a box, very strict, very regimented.
Yeah.
Very regimented. Fair.
They basically worship a group of people, powerful psychics called the Inspired.
Okay.
They know about and what they know about the rest of the world beyond their home is only through legends and stories. They know about the Kalashtar, who are demon possessed and study constantly to destroy the Inspired and devour the souls of all Riordrans.
Okay.
They know about the dragons and how they are violent and destructive beasts, mindless monsters who seek only to kill and destroy. And they even heard about the decadent and corrupt people of Corvair who have destroyed their nations through their war, and they are very thankful that the Inspired work constantly, night and day, to keep them safe from the outside threats.
Yeah. All right.
So we have all the information.
We have all
Yeah,
the stuff.
Additionally, there are very few secrets in Riordan settlements. Not because of gossip or even necessarily because partly it's because of psychic power, but also partly because your community they have a very strong sense of community. Like I said, when you live in a box, you don't leave your box. You learn to make friends with the people inside of the same box, or village in this case.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. I will say to Callum,
Callum.
then, if he's gonna bring us there to our destination. I said, I'm assuming you'll need some time to prepare the vessel in question.
And we all need
Alright.
some time to prepare. That's for sure.
Yes. Also, one more thing. Like, Callum says he has heard some rumors that it is possible to get permission to travel inside of Rirdra for foreigners, but you're going to be under armed escort all the time.
Mm-hmm.
Because he knows archaeologists from different universities have managed to do it, but again, you're under armed guard. You're not permitted to interact with the natives.
Yeah.
And additionally, apparently, from the rumor, this is just a rumor, you can't buy anything, simply because the idea of money is an alien concept to them, to the region.
Interesting.
Everything they need is provided by the Inspired, so they do not use money.
Right.
Okay.
Okay.
So what if they want to trade? No, I mean,
Trading is it?
there's no trade as a concept, right?
No, it's not. It's a planned economy. The Inspired figure out what they need, and then they regulate.
Yeah, like the
something else.
Soviets. Yes. Totally get it.
It's
But even with communism, yeah.
It was like communism.
Yeah.
Like, okay.
kind of. Yeah,
Yeah,
I
I
mean,
was
like
gonna
everything
say,
is.
Everything is planned, yeah.
Communist influence on this.
Yeah.
Additionally, like apparently the normal Rirdran is completely illiterate. They can't read or write because skills are
fuck.
needed for what they do. Like the soldiers who undergo much tougher like indoctrination, they can read and write. Because they are less likely to be swayed by.
Yeah, they're solely believe the ideal, so yeah, fuck.
And like I said, religion is centered around the Inspired and the divine spirits that guide them. They think devotees of other faiths are worshipping nothing at best and are completely insane, or at worst they are worshipping demons and
Yeah.
to be destroyed.
Got it. Thank God I'm not a cleric.
Alright, well, if he's gonna need time to prepare, I think this is probably gonna be the time where
Yeah, we all need to prepare.
project.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
And-
Well,
'Cause, I think hopefully if I can get that done before we leave, that might be like a nice narrative thing.
Yeah, to send off. Yeah.
For
Yeah.
stuff.
well, I think this is as good a place to stop as any for the day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you've got
The fuck.
you solved a mystery. You managed to learn a bit more about where you're going to go and why Callum is not particularly fond of Mick. Then now next time we're going to see like what happens on your journey to this strange and mysterious psychic communist land called Solana.
I'm actually kind of excited because I didn't think Callum was. I thought Callum was going to just drop us off and go, but it sounds like Callum's going to be with us for at least a little bit.
Yeah.
That's going to be
One thing
interesting.
you do know about Callum, though, by the way, I'm just going to say this: he rarely draws his own sword in fights. He is an Echo Knight fighter, but because he rarely fights on his behalf, he just spawns a lot of clones of himself and just lets them handle it. He just reads his newspaper.
Couldn't be
Yeah.
bothered to fight myself.
Yeah.
Yeah. And also
But yeah.
one thing you do know though about his sword, I'm gonna just drop this right here. One thing you know about him is after a bad incident with smuggling, he had his sword and his ship enchanted. It's like what's his name sword from that fourth Pirates movie.
Oh, I know.
Oh, okay. Hold
Yeah,
on.
lets him control his ship with
Yeah.
crew. This was after, like I said, a bad instance where a crew mutinied.
Yeah. But that also means he'll need to be at the helm of it.
No,
Sort
he
of.
doesn't. He just
No,
can,
he can control the ship. With
Yeah, but what I'm saying is he needs to stay on the ship. That is why he's reluctant to,
he doesn't need to. While he's on the ship, he can control the ship and have the ship actually fight.
Yeah.
But yeah, away from the ship, his power level is greatly decreased.
Yeah.
I mean, the sword is still a magic sword that he can
Mhm.
use to hack things apart, but basically he's a retired adventurer,
Mhm.
and you're trying to lure him out for one last adventure.
Yeah.
Yeah,
He is,
this will be interesting for sure.
Usually that doesn't end well for those retired, but we'll see.
Hey,
Yeah.
we could use another fighter.
We could use another sword. If he died, we could use another sword and the ship. I'm not lying.
Oh, I see. You're
Yeah.
just seeing him as a walking loot bag.
Ah, no. As a player, maybe, but because this usually doesn't end well for those who, out of their retirement for one last job,
Yeah.
Yeah.
2 days
Well-
from retirement.
Yeah.
Oh no, the problem is when you're 2 days from retirement. But if you're coming out of retirement, that usually means you're some kind of badass.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay,
True.
I see what you're saying.
True.
Yeah.
But still, like, we really need some shit that could help us, to avoid detection. Like, even if it's like,
Smuggler, he's
no, but we still need something for ourselves. If situation gets dire, we need to get
Yeah.
out of it situation. Yeah, so I guess we'll be going shopping next session. Yeah,
We'll figure it out.
we'll figure it out.
Yeah, great session, guys. I
Yeah.
gotta head out soon.
Me too.
all
Yeah.
right. Well, yep.
Good
I'll
game.
Hopefully see y'all next week.
Yeah, see you.
I probably not next week for me because I do work. So
Okay, cool.
Okay.
Probably gonna be a little bit.
All right.
So I'll show up when I can. I promise.
Mhm.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, good.
I know you will.
Yeah.
All right.
All right. Yep. Have a good one, y'all.
Yeah.
Good night.
Take it easy.
All right,
Bye.
Yep. Bye bye.